Hi everyone, I'm Larissa Lane. I joined GitLab about a month ago as the product manager for distribution and also for memory. Today in this video, I'm going to be talking about the 12.4 plan for both distribution and for memory, starting out with distribution. The distribution team manages Omnibus and works on all things related to installing, configuring, and upgrading self-managed instances of GitLab, including high availability. As I ramp up over the next coming months, I would love your input into what you would like to see us focusing on. And you can do that by mentioning me in issues LJ Lane. So I'm going to share my screen and show you what we have coming up. Okay, this is the distribution board. Firstly, I just want to have a shout out to the distribution team. We used to have to look at two separate boards to be able to see charts related issues and omnibus issues because they were in two separate projects. They have been merged together now, so we can see everything on one board, which has been a huge help. So also we don't make use of epics a whole lot yet, but we are planning to do more of that so that you can use the roadmap feature in GitLab and get a better sense of the major areas of work that we're going to be focusing on over the next quarter. For 12.4, we've kept the plan a little bit on the lighter side because we had a lot crammed into 12.3 and quite a few of those issues are going to roll over. The main areas that I'm going to talk through are the work that we've been doing on UBI containers, then some Helm improvements that are coming, our marketplace strategy, and a change that's coming up in Omnibus. The first three issues you see here are related to the UBI containers. The team has been working on creating Red Hat UBI-based images, which is important for many of our government customers and some of our enterprise customers also. The images were actually created during 12.3, but we'll be continuing that work throughout 12.4 and probably beyond. The 12.4 work will focus on enabling the images to be built using our CI tooling, and then adding the ability to use UBI8 images in the GitLab Helm chart. Next, the Helm improvements that are coming. So this one here is the next major release of Helm, which is Helm 3, is currently in beta. During the 12.4 timeframe, we're going to be doing some investigation to see what work will be required by us to support Helm 3. Next up, the GitLab Helm charts don't currently support configuring Redis Sentinel. So we're going to be adding support for configuring the Sentinel settings in 12.4, which are required to make use of Sentinel. Next is some work that we're going to be doing to automate version bumps for the runner subchart. That's currently a manual process. And so we're going to be automating that to make sure it's always on the latest version. And then over here in the P3 column, we are going to be making some more improvements to the GitLab operator. If you're not familiar with the operator, you can find documentation here on our docs site at /charts/installation/operator. The goal with the operator is to achieve zero downtime upgrades using GitLab Helm charts. Currently, during an upgrade, the operator doesn't pause for Gitterly, which results in Gitterly being rolled out outside of the operator's control. So we're going to be fixing that. And then for Marketplace, we've had an ongoing effort to automate deploying images to cloud platform marketplaces. In 12.4, we're going to be focusing on Google Cloud and automating the deployment of images to Google Cloud. So that will ensure that the images you see in the marketplaces will always be the latest version of GitLab. We're also going to be doing some work to remove the community edition from the AWS marketplace. The community edition will still be available through AMIs, but in the marketplace, we're going to have GitLab Enterprise Edition Core, which is the free version. And that's the reason for doing that is to avoid some confusion that we've seen where users will trial GitLab using the community edition, and then when they want to switch over to the Enterprise Edition, it's quite a bit more work than if they had have just started off with the Enterprise Edition and added a license. And then finally, for distribution, we're making a change to Omnibus. So when setting up an alternate storage driver for registry storage, the delete option can get changed to false if unintentionally if you specify other storage options and we fail to merge the changes correctly. So that can cause an error when deleting a project through the web UI. And we're making a change so that that value will always be set to true unless you explicitly change it to false. So that's it for the distribution team, including the things that are going to roll over for 12.3. For the memory team's a really small team. It's growing very quickly. Their major focus has been adding official support for Puma in GitLab.com. And so that will continue to be a focus throughout 12.4 with the goal of having official support in GitLab.com within the 12.4 timeframe. And this here is an epic that you can follow along if you're interested. It's got quite a lot of good information in here. And that's it. That's all I have for you for this month. Thank you so much for joining.